Hi, this is Rory, and we are talking about ways you can be really open and honest with a man where sex is involved, and tell him the truth, and actually get closer because of it, and not get yourself involved where you don't want to be involved. So that you're never feeling like, oh, ugh. I never want you to feel like a man is treating you poorly. And not necessarily because he's not treating you poorly, but because he's just being a man. He's taking you at face value. He's taking you at the way he picks up on you, which is very surfacey, because he can't even get into his own feelings. If you could kind of get with this, he doesn't mean to hurt you. And if a man means to hurt you, and there are plenty of men out there who do mean to hurt you, they feel wounded and they're angry at women and they're maybe narcissistic, but they actually know that they're hurting you. So I'll do another video with red flags to pick that up, because you don't want to be with a man like that, right? You want to be with a man who has some basic compassion, who has some sensitivity, so that he may not be able to know what's going on with you, but he knows enough to listen to you if you share. Yes? So next video. But here, the whole concept is for you to open the dialogue so that you know what you're doing, so you don't shut down physically and emotionally with a man, so you can engage with him and really kiss him wholeheartedly. Kissing is a lost art because we always think it's supposed to lead to sex, right? Nah, everybody loves kissing, touching, closeness. Everybody needs touch. Everybody needs physical intimacy. That doesn't mean you have to go all the way to full-out sex. That's a long way away from kissing. I bet that was I hear the wheels turning everywhere. Yeah, there's a lot of baby steps towards full-out sex. And guess what? Men don't need that from you. They don't need what you don't want to participate in. They just want to be close. They just want to share feelings. They just want to touch. They just want to feel cared for. They want to feel really handsome, and they want to feel good in bed, and they want to feel like nice, good men. They don't want to hurt anybody, but they don't know what they're doing half the time. They don't know what they're saying, and they don't know what they're picking up. They're just like in an envelope of mystery. Truly, most men are. Unless you're getting a man even if you're getting a man who's a coach and a therapist, he can't pick up. He just does not have the circuit board in his brain for it. Not like we do. We pick up so many layers of things, and we guess poorly a lot of the times about what he's thinking when he's thinking about nothing. He's thinking about sex and a sandwich. He's not thinking about how you feel. And it's not because he's cold. It's not because he's mean or nasty. Once we get rid of the guys that are mean and nasty, we're just talking about the regular guys. He's not trying to be mean and nasty, right? But he's also not trying to do right by you and try to guess what you're thinking, what you're feeling. He's just taking the way you are expressing yourself or being with him at face value. If you're kissing him, he's assuming you want to kiss him. If you kiss him more than once, he's assuming he's kissing well. If you say, a little less tongue, it's a movie I just saw, awesome, he would probably be really happy to hear that. Wow, she's going to improve my kissing. Okay. And he also knows you're different from other women. He doesn't expect what was great with one woman to be great with you. But how many times do we tell men exactly, touch here, move there, do that. Well, I like this, I like that. Learn to do that. So here are some things you could say. Ooh, that felt good. Use your own hands on your own self to help him. He much prefers to have a hand guided than he does an explanation that he can't understand. Most men, I hate to say, do not know your anatomy. They don't know your anatomy. They don't know your physical interests. They don't know what feels good. They have no idea. They are relying on you to react, to respond, give them a clue. So if you're starting to really loosen and you're just open and you're feeling all gushy and wonderful, he can sense that. He can actually feel wet. He can actually see your face. But if you're kind of staring at him or you're closing your eyes completely, he may not be able to tell. So he's just going to do what he knows to do. He's going to kiss the way he kisses, and he's going to assume, if you're not pushing him away, that all is good. And then he's going to keep going. And you want a man who keeps going. Yes, you do. The letters I get are more from women whose men do not want to have sex, or who are bad at sex, or who can't do sex, or are just basically non-intimate people, than men who are pushing too hard for sex. That is the truth. Men are really afraid a lot of the times now, and over 40, they're having physical difficulties, a lot of them, even younger than that. So you gotta kind of really not clue them in with hints, but you gotta be really direct about what feels good. So we got the actual anatomy part, show them. Tell them what you like. Tell them that feels good. Oh, that felt, and you don't have to say that felt abrupt, that felt rough. Say, I like it when this, I like this. And help him. He will be thrilled. And it's not so easy for you, is it? No, we're not used to that. It's like actually saying that we're going along with this in a really exciting way. We're not just kind of closing our eyes and going through it. We have to really invest in a sexual moment. This is difficult for most of us women who've been taught we're not supposed to do that. We're not supposed to be having fun. We're not supposed to be doing anything but following. We're not supposed to be doing anything but taking what comes. No. So you want to learn what feels good. So, I've talked so much about you working with yourself so you know it feels good to you. And you want to do the baby steps with enough men that feel comfortable kissing, touching, so you know what feels good. And then you just say, whoa, I'm feeling overwhelmed. This is feeling like awesome, and I don't feel ready to go anymore. I don't know where we are in relationship, and I don't want to pressure the relationship. I really enjoy being with you. So could we just please take this slow? He'll be, yay, she told me what she wants. However, if you start saying, I always have a rule that I wait 90 days to have sex with somebody, that doesn't compute for him. It really doesn't compute in general, does it? Because it's not personal to him. It has nothing to do with you. It's just some mental, masculine energy idea. Holding back on sex has to be personal. If it's a faith-based, you have to be personal. I feel strongly about this, and I want to feel this before I do this. He will be able to understand you. So what I'd love for you to do is in the comments, write some of the confusion you have about how to word something, how to script something you need to say to a man before you go one step further sexually. Remember, you're breaking this into baby steps. Okay? So you write that down, and I'll reply to you. Or a wonderful member of my team, Natalina or Naomi or somebody, will brilliantly get back to you with a script. Because this is what we need to do. Honest, straightforward, plain speaking. Get what you want by simply saying, this feels good. I need to know this before I can invest in that. Okay? To get more relationship advice, check out this video next.